Well, what do you think of my little snow car, Lightning? It's nice, Mater, but kind of just looks like a blob. A blob? No, it doesn't. It's a snow car. See, there's the cone hat, the cone nose, and the coal eyes, and there's even a little flag over there. Oh, I guess I can see it, but not really. What do you think, Cruz? The snow.
Hello everybody and welcome to day 6 of 25 Days of Suggestions 2025. We are officially in the second fifth of 25 days of suggestions here, and it's crazy to think we're already almost a week into the month. Like slow down, it's going crazy fast this year. But hey, I'm making the most of each moment I can, and I'm having a lot of fun spending time with you guys. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Brand New Mater, a suggestion from 101 Skyscrapers. Thank you so much for your suggestion, as always, and thank you to everybody who suggested cars in total this year. I believe I got over 70 requests, which is so cool to see. That is consistently the number I've been getting for the past few years, and it's so cool to see all you guys suggesting different cars. This is a series I love so much. If you weren't able to make one in time for this year, I am very sorry, but thank you to everybody who did leave one. We got some great suggestions this year, and I can't wait to see what's next. Speaking of what's next, tune in to the end of this video where you could see me fire up the old random name picker, and we'll see what item is next. Now, before we take a closer look at Brand New Mater and talk a bit more about him, I do have one more announcement. I'd just like to give a huge shout out to the one and only Plushyrama for making that opening sketch. I've been having so much fun reaching out to people and seeing what holiday sketches and messages they make for 25 days. I was so excited to get to work with Plushyrama again. He made some of my personal favorite sketches in last year's Cars Randomness Project 10K, the big special episode with a bunch of guests in it. And I was so excited to work with him again. I'm so happy he agreed and submitted a sketch. Yeah, there are several more guest segments coming out throughout the rest of the 25 days. I actually had Pikmin Purple over today, and he recorded one with me as our Mater and McQueen. So yeah, now with all that out of the way, let's get started taking a look at Brand New Mater. So this is actually Brand New Mater's 2020 Made in Thailand release. One that I bought to replace my old Brand New Mater, who is pretty damaged. While most of my childhood cars are in very good condition, my Brand New Mater is missing his mirrors and also has a broken towing assembly here, as you can see. And the reason why this Mater is so damaged, I think, is probably because I used him as my primary Mater for quite a while as a kid. You see, when I was younger, my Mater's tow cable broke off. Just like this whole part gone from my regular Mater. And that really bothered me for years. I wanted a Mater with a tow cable. So when I played with my cars, I would play with Brand New Mater instead. And there's something about that I find very, very funny. I was so particular, okay, that the fact that Mater's tow hook breaking was enough to make me want to use a different Mater. But the fact that Brand New Mater was blue and looked completely different didn't bother me. Like, the tow cable, that was the deciding factor. But hey, Mater is a tow truck, and as a kid, that is a very important element of the character. So I valued that tow cable over all else, I guess. When he finally came back in 2020, he was re-released several times, but I wasn't intently collecting at those times. When he came back in 2020, I made sure to pick him up, and man, I absolutely love his Thailand variant, except for his teeth. His teeth are so creepy. Can we talk about this? I know I'm sure I pointed this out before. He's got really small, tiny, creepy teeth. Dentally Mater must be a nightmare. Like, I get that buck teeth are supposed to be bigger and more prominent than other teeth, but like, each of these buck teeth is the size of 3.5 teeth on the bottom row. Mater, like, you need an orthodontist, man. You really do. Anyway, something you can't see on my broken Mater are his mirrors, which, interestingly enough, are actually different, with an additional piece up here on the right mirror, which is pretty interesting. Pretty normal Mater face here. On the original, it is just a reuse of that classic 2006 Mater expression, and here, yeah, I mean, it's pretty similar. Interestingly, Just kind of the Thailand adaptation. It's not, interestingly enough, a reuse of the face that regular Thailand Mater has. It is a bit different. Another interesting thing is that they actually kept the yellow. Of course, the white of Mater's eyes has a yellow tint to it all across Cars Media. This is something that the diecast line stopped doing around the time of Mater's Tall Tales. I'd assume just to make the products a bit more appealing. But I guess Thailand Brand New Mater didn't get the memo. Another thing Brand New Mater never got the memo about was that in 2008, all Mater stopped having full metal bodies, but not Brand New Mater. He continued to have one. And funnily enough, it all kind of came full circle, because when Thailand took over the Cars diecast line, they switched all Maters back to full metal bodies. And then they made Brand New Mater here. Once again, full metal. No longer a special feature of him, because now all Maters are fully metal. On the side, we of course have the Tow Mater Towing and Salvage logo there. It says Radiator Springs as well. All of Mater's roof lights and headlights are nice and functional here. We got his siren on the back and his stripes, the custom stripes, as well as the A113. His backlights, looks like there's some dust collected in there. I should have checked that beforehand. I did not realize that. There is a look at the other side, and there is a look at the base. This is one of the most popular Maters. Yeah, there's dust on his base. Come on, Ty, do better, man. Do better. Come on. This is one of the most popular Maters when it comes to merchandise. It's really the default secondary Mater look that we see in a lot of places. It's been in so many different toy lines, so many different places. It really is truly iconic. And with a car who's so famous for being rusty and disheveled, it is very cool and also very striking to see just how different Mater looked long ago, but not so very long ago, when the world was different. Oh, yes, it was. Now, before we wrap up the video, it's time, of course, to run the random name picker. So we are going to remove Brand New Mater's name from the list, and we're going to run it, and we're going to see who tomorrow's review will be. Let's begin. It is New York. Governor will cover your costs and sell certain... Guys, I gotta... That's just an AI image. Guys, I gotta find a site without this many ads. It's Daredevil Jones, Dusty! I love that the ads are distracting me from the actual cool stuff here. Daredevil Jones, Dusty. Alright. Always fun to take a look at a plane. This is one I reviewed a couple 25 days of suggestions ago, but it's a very interesting one with a very interesting story behind it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to find out what happens if the New York government will cover your cost to install solar in these zip codes. This woman looks very real, and I can definitely trust her. That's a real image of a woman, definitely not made by a computer. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.